Alright, Shalom. First I want to say call Haloyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Honors and salutations to you fellow laborers out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity, especially during these times. Shalom to the few Akwaf that believe as well. A hearty shalom to you other laborers and believers that are scattered throughout the face of the earth. Whether you be among the heathen, and even like the heathen who are the speckled bird Israelites, to the household of faith, which is the elect, I want to say shalom to you. This is a video, and I came across it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do a quick video on it, through the spirit, because one thing about these Edomites is that, they enjoy being over our people. You tribes out there, you 12 tribes of Israel, which consists of the so-called Negroes, the so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans, which make up the 12 tribes of Israel. These Edomites, the so-called white people that actually descend from Esau, Edom, they don't mind ruling over you because they have a ruling class mentality. And that's something that most of our people lack. All right, only ones that have the ruling class mentality is those of us that's of the hopefully elect. And we look forward to the kingdom of heaven where we're going to rule over these heathen. You know what I mean? So with regard to this video, all right, you got to where agriculture here in America is farming. They deported a lot of the Latin tribes, especially Issachar, that reap down these fields, and now they basically lacking workers to work these fields of crops and things of that nature, as far as with regard to the heavy lifting of the agricultural sector. All right, so we know that also the fertilizer that most of the world use that comes through the Straits of Hormuz is causing a hurt on agriculture as well. Excuse me, which the scriptures speak about, the farmers. Matter of fact, I'll get it real quick. It speaks about the farmers mourning. Let me get that real quick. And Salaki for the noise. I'm on I'm in my truck. Obviously you hear the engine noise. So Salaki, Lord, when you can hear me. Let's get it right here. Matter of fact, I want to get the GNT. Matter of fact, let's get the GNT, because the GNT says it best. The book of Salakia. Never let me. Okay. Let's go to 2nd Esdras 15. Okay. On the GNT. Because it says it plainly. Because it just says seeds on the KJV, which that goes to what? Farming or agriculture. But the GNT kind of breaks it down a little better, as far as make it a little plainer, especially for you naysayers out there, you wacky tacky Christians as well, or especially. All right, 2nd Esdras 15 and 13 on the GNT. It says the farmers will mourn because their seed will fail to sprout and their trees will be destroyed by blight, hail, and terrible storms. See, and there you go, man. That's what's going on, man. All right, the farmers they in mourning, and guess what? They want to put you Jakes back in slavery and put you on them fucking farms to reap them down for free. Why? Because they have a ruling class mentality. See, so that's something that they're experiencing right now. The curses is upon them, as far as these Edomites, and they don't like it. They're catching hell right now. And still, with that being said, they mind is to rule over you tribes still. They want to put you back in hardcore captivity, which we know that won't happen again. But that's their mindset, though, because they have a ruling class mentality, again, and most of our people don't. All right, except for those of us that are of the hopeful elect. So let's get into the video. I want to say fair use, by the way. My videos are not monetized. I don't get any compensation off these videos. Only for literary commentary and educational purposes. So with that, fair use under the 1976 Section 107 Fair Use Act. Let's dive right into this. I'm gonna let a little bit roll. And again, Lord willing, is edifying, and Lord willing, you can hear me in the video. Matter of fact, real quick, I'm just turn my engine off real quick.
I'm so sick of privilege. Privilege isn't being white, bonehead. Privilege is living in government housing and calling people oppressors while they pay your fuck without worrying about calling in sick to work because you don't have a fucking job. Privilege is being able to cheat, lie, fail over and over again in life and still get bailed out while people who play by the rules get punished.
These farm owner dudes were saying, well, we thought the blacks would come back and do the jobs because they don't have jobs. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but black people have jobs, and you thought you were getting your slaves back is basically what you were saying. That's what you thought. Huh.
Absolutely. Well over 50% of Edomites are out of jobs or unemployed. When you have roughly 35 to 40% of our people that's unemployed. Okay, and we are way more than them as far as in population. It's more Israelites than there are Edomites. And any other nation, but in particular, we're talking about the makeup of people here that's in the workforce and here in America. It's overwhelmingly more Israelites that work than it is any other nation. Okay, and what's going on is that they having problems with filling those roles, or jobs on the farms. All right, paying Issachar little or nothing to reap down these fields, to sow them and reap them down, for that matter. And now they complaining. And I'll put this in the description box so you can look at the whole video. All right, but that's what's going on. Okay, let's get something, because first of all, our punishment. Excuse me. I don't know what's out in the air, Salakia. So some causing me to cough up a lot of mucus and shit. So Salakia. Got to double up on my black seed and oregano oil. But anyways, our punishment of our iniquity is accomplished. We're still in captivity, but we're waiting to be liberated by Yahweh Shai when he come. Okay? But we will not go back into hardcore captivity as a nation again. All right, this is it for us. The next thing for us is for us to rule the nations. All right, in the kingdom of heaven, which is by default the kingdom of Israel. All right, led by our Lord Yahweh Shai, and then King David sitting on the throne, and then the elect is going to be the governing body, man. Okay, that's what's coming for us. But for you heathen, all right, from you Edomites on down to the rest of you heathen, all right, slavery is coming for you, and that's what's on the table for you. All right, Nahum 1 and verse 9, it says, "What do ye imagine against the Lord? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time." Right. So that's it for us, man. We ain't going to captivity again. All right. The Lord is visiting you fucking heathen, in particular you Edomites. All right, especially. All right. For your iniquities, okay, your wickedness. Lamentations 4 and 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked." Right. And the cup represents the curses, man. All right, which that's by default slavery, because how we had to endure these curses. All right, it was under slavery. Okay, as a nation. Okay, and now the Lord is passing that cup over to Edom. All right, Deuteronomy 30 and verse 7. All right, the Lord putting the curses on our enemies that hated us, man. Okay, especially these fucking Edomites. All right, because the Lord put the enmity between them and us. So the hatred is going to always be there. All right, verse 22. "The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity." See, we're not going into captivity again. Okay, this is it. Okay, "He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins." And that's why, they're in bad case right now. They uncomfortable because the Lord is digging up their dirt, their wickedness, man. Okay, they're starting to catch hell on on a large, but not even a large scale right now, because they're still in power right now. So really, it's a small scale right now, and they fucking losing it. I was watching Apostle Har's video earlier, and on his videos, and basically Esau was losing, basically bugging the fuck out, over the little taste of the curses, or that cup, a little drop of the cup is causing Esau to fucking lose his mind. He ready to yield the spirit, ready to commit, basically ready to delete himself, man, So, hey, man, they starting to feel it. All right, now you're starting to feel what if, like, I watched your brother, another brother's video the other day, the brother Kaya. He made a video saying, now you know what it feel like to be black. And yeah, now you know how I feel to be an Israelite, man. So-called Negro, Latino, Native American man. Okay? Or just people in general, because all our people are under the curses, man. Okay? But again, the Lord is discovering your sins, man. And you don't like it. See? The Lord is getting ready to punish you. All right, then your next life won't be 1,000 years of slavery. All right? You ain't gonna escape, man. Okay, you ain't gonna escape. As it says in Jeremiah 49, right? It says Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. Let me move that away. It says, for thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and that's us Israelites. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So, yeah, man, you're gonna drink that cup, man. So that little drop you got ain't nothing. You gotta drink down that whole cup. And matter of fact, the scriptures say what? Double. I doubled unto her according to the cup that she had filled, double unto her. So you're gonna drink double that, man. So that drop is man. If that drop is killing you right now, Esau, man, shit. Imagine when you drink down the swallow of that first cup, let alone double the cup. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna catch fucking hell in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right. You're gonna be in hardcore slavery. You ain't gotta worry about no work in the kingdom of heaven. You're gonna have fucking a lot of work to do, man. Let me get that continual employment. All right, we gonna lift a fucking finger. All right, and fucking work to do nothing, man. Okay, Ezekiel 39:14, and they shall sever out men of continual employment. What's employment? Work. All right, passing through the land to bury the passengers, those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it, right, from all those dead bodies. First task at hand. Clean up these goddamn dead bodies, man. All right, but then but wait, there's more, right? But wait, there's more. You got a lot, man. You gotta be out in the sun, okay? And you can't take the sunlight. This bastard trying to block out the sun. You gotta endure all that shit, man. You gotta endure all that shit, man. Picking cotton, all that shit. I mean, think about what you've done to us. All right, and just know that way worse gonna come to you. And we ain't gonna do that wicked ass mole behavior you did to us, man. That old buck pricking bullshit. But the other stuff, as far as righteousness, how we gonna afflict you, you got it coming, man. Okay, it's gonna be continual work, man. Okay, you're gonna have basically so much work, man. You ain't gonna know where to start. But we're gonna give your ass a starting point, basically. Okay, and we're gonna have them Hamites as our taskmasters to be over you. Okay, because slavery is coming back in a major way in the kingdom of heaven, because royal people always have had slaves. Just like you heathens, when you came into power, whenever you ruled, you had slaves, okay? And a lot of time it was our people, especially you get into the four major empires that stood, and also the Egyptians, man. Okay, when the Egyptians became a society of prominence, or just heightened on that level. All right, when people were flocking to Egypt. And who was the main slaves in Egypt? The Israelites, our forefathers. Okay? That's what the great deliverance came from, okay? But we're gonna you know, we're gonna have you, man. We're gonna have our way with you in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? Again, in righteousness. So don't worry about work. We're gonna have plenty of work for you, Edomites, for you devils, man. And we're gonna rule over you and rule over you with rigor. You know what I mean? Let's grab something else. I'm gonna get ready to close. I don't want to hold you long. All right? Just something quick, you know, I want to just get off my chest, you know. I was just basically just thinking about the video. All right, Isaiah 14. I start at 1 and read down. I'm gonna close. All right. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And that's by way of the chariots, okay? And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, which is the Israelite foreigners. Not no actual fucking heathen. All right. You wacky ass theologians and Christians. All right. But you ain't no goddamn Christians to begin with. All right, verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, which is slaves. All right, which is slaves, man. All right, bond men and bond women, just like we were as a nation, man, as a people. All right, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So that's what's going to happen, man. Who are our oppressors? Esau, Edom, and the rest of the nations, okay? Beginning with the tribe of Amalek of Esau, Edom, all right, or the house of Esau, Edom. All right, the scripture say we're going to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. That's the wicked elite, man. They're going to be the first crops of slaves, okay? No matter where you hiding at, it says we're going to go in the rocks. We're going to become hunters of men. We're going to hunt you down, man. So get fucking ready. Okay? Don't cry. Don't bitch. Take all of that. All right? Take all of that. You know? No Diddy. Take that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take all that fucking slavery you got coming. All the hell you got coming. Get used to it. We got 1,000 years worth of hell to put on you. Okay? You're going to reap down our fields. All right? You're going to reap down our fields in the hot fucking scorching sun. All right. The hot scorching sun gonna be tearing your little red flesh up, man. You know, you're going to have boils and shit. You know, that's what's coming. So, hey, prepare for that, man. All right. All you Edomites across the globe, you know, you might as well start getting in shape right now, because you're going to have a lot of work to do. Okay. We're not going to captivity again, man. That's it for us. So enjoy the last little moments you got right now, because that's it, man. Curtain's about to close on you. All right. It says in Jeremiah 30:16, I'm going to read this, right? It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. All right. We're going to put all our adversaries in captivity, man. So Psalms 83, all you heathen nations that put us in captivity, you're going to be in captivity too. All you heathen nations came against us to put us in slavery, you're going into slavery, all right? He that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and faith of the saints. The saints are Israelites, man. All right, so, hey, get ready, man. You know, that's all I can say. Get ready. All right, all you heathen, man. You're going to serve us Israelites, man, whether you like to or not. Okay. Remind me of Isaiah 60:61, where it says that the nation that will not serve thee shall be destroyed. You know. So we're going to have spiritual powers in the mortal body, man. So I mean, just try it. I can't wait, man. Anyways, with that, all praise and glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Hey, Lord willing, this video has been edifying. Till next time, I'm going to say Shalom and the Bible Ball. Shalom.